Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
What's in store for the European auto market? Ford's just electrified its best-selling small SUV, the Puma, to give a boost to electric vehicle sales. That's right, folks, ElectroDrive News has got the scoop on this game-changing development. The exterior styling of the new electric Ford Puma Jenny looks instantly different from its combustion engine counterpart, with a body-colored front grille borrowed from the Mustang Mach-E. But what really caught our attention is the compromise Ford had to make to fit that 44 kilowatt-hour battery under the passenger compartment. They had to lift the floor, but only up until the end of the front seats, which means front seat occupants aren't inconvenienced. Now we know Ford prioritized comfort over bigger battery space, but what about ground clearance? Surprisingly, the electric Puma has the same ground clearance as its combustion model. And what about trunk space? Well, that's where things get interesting. The huge gigabox space under the trunk floor has grown in size because there's no exhaust pipe to route past, giving Ford extra room for luggage. But here's the thing. Filling this area with batteries was ruled out due to crash restrictions and safety considerations. Instead, it gives Ford the possibility of adding a second electric motor at the rear in the future if they decide to make a performance all-wheel drive version of the Puma EV. That sounds like a pretty exciting prospect. Now, we need to talk about pricing and range. The Puma Jenny uses nickel-manganese-cobalt battery chemistry supplied by South Korea's SK On, which gives it a 376 km range, comparable to the entry-level Hyundai Kona. But that comes at a price, with the starting price being €33,990 in France, significantly higher than some of its competitors. But don't get us wrong, Ford is still committed to making electric vehicles more accessible. The Puma Jenny offers charging power up to 100 kilowatts, which lets it charge its battery to 80% from 10% in just 23 minutes. And did you know that the Puma's battery pack is shared with the full electric versions of 2 Ford vans? That's a clever move. Now, let's talk about demand and production. Ford originally planned to build 150,000 battery packs annually, but due to lower than expected demand in the weak EV market, they've had to scale back those plans. However, their plant in Craiova is flexible enough to ramp up production if needed. The Puma Jenny could be a game-changer for Ford's bestseller in Europe, where electric vehicles need to account for 20% of overall sales this year. And with the UK expecting an even bigger share, 28%, it'll be interesting to see how this new model performs in its top market. That's all for now from ElectroDrive News. Join us next time as we dive into more electric vehicle news and updates.